Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to another Matchday Live episode, and today it is the EFL Cup, or the Carabao Cup as it's sponsored right now, and it is Arsenal at home at the Emirates Stadium taking on Championship team Brentford. Now it's going to be a tough one. Brentford are actually doing pretty well in the Championship right now. I think last I looked they're around 7th place in the league. So we've got to watch out for this. It's going to be a tough one. We don't want any shocks happening like last night where Derby County went on and beat Manchester United over on penalties. We're hoping to get the job done in the 90 minutes so it doesn't go to the penalty shootout. So fingers crossed Arsenal can go out and put in a good performance, get the job done and get ourselves through to the next stage and hopefully on the road to another final. We did get to the final last season. If you may remember, we did lose, I think it was 3-0 against Manchester City. So let's see if we can get ourselves back to Wembley Stadium, try and make amends for that. It's going to be a tough one though, like I said. Brentford, decent side right now. I think they did lose their last game. Just looking over on my second monitor, they actually lost their last game in the league and drew the one before that. So they're without a win in 2. So maybe that will go in our favour, especially with Arsenal being on a good little winning run right now. And we did win again at the weekend, of course. So fingers crossed, as I said, we could put in a good performance. I'm hoping there's going to be a solid team out there as well as Brentford actually go through. And they've scored already, 17 minutes gone almost. And it is Arsenal 0, Brentford 1. We do not want this to be happening. We don't want any shocks here at the Emirates today. As I said, we've got to stay focused. We can't just expect to go out and get an easy win. Brentford are going to be up for it, no doubt. They'll be wanting to cause another shock. If Derby County can beat Manchester United, you never know what can happen here at the Emirates this evening. But there is Romain Sawyers. He gets the opening goal of the game. Great header there. Great goal for them. Hopefully we can get ourselves back into it though. I believe Emma Rose Smith is going to be, or Smith Rose, sorry, is going to be starting it in tonight's game for Arsenal. So I think that's our first debut, or at least the first start for the young 18-year-old. So hopefully he can put in a good performance. Every time he's come on for Arsenal, he's showing very good signs of having a high potential to be a top-class player in the future. Here's a challenge for Arsenal to go through, and we are still getting used to the shooting. But in our defence, it was Monreal taking on that shot. Not sure why he's pushed so far forward. So he needs to get back into his position. Here's Mustafi getting dragged out wide. Not sure why Bellerin's not over here doing his job. Here's Socrates then for Arsenal. Guendouzi, I'm hoping he starts tonight. I think he will start. Didn't start at the weekend, unfortunately, even though we did get the job done. And let's see how we get on. We are approaching the half-time interval here at the Emirates Stadium. Still Arsenal 0, Brentford 1. And is it going to be another shock in the EFL Cup? I think Manchester City, they went through 3-0, I think it was, against Oxford. So they're easily through. It's going to be a good competition this year. I'm pretty sure quite a few of the big boys are still going to be up there around the semis and the final. But you never know. Some of these some of these smaller clubs may just cause a shock. If Derby County can keep going with their momentum in the cup under the guidance of Frank Lampard now, of course, you never know. They might spring a surprise on this cup run. We do want to go out and try and win the competition though, Arsenal. It is a competition where we do actually fairly well with our second string squad, or our youngsters. We do like to put in our youngsters for this one, or give a starting call for some of the players which actually don't make the starting 11 in the Premier League. So it is a good good competition to rotate your players a little bit. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of rotation in tonight's squad. As I said, I don't think Aubameyang will start. He could possibly, but I think Danny Welbeck or Lacazette will get in the starting 11 tonight. I'm hoping that Leno gets in there as well, and I'm not sure who else would be in there. I'm hoping Granit Xhaka's not playing. Well, actually, I hope Granit Xhaka does play, and then he'll be tied for the weekend, so then he'll be dropped for the Premier League games, because I'm not a big fan of Granit Xhaka at all. We are into the second half now. If you did not notice, we're into the last 20 minutes of this match here at the Emirates Stadium, and we are still trailing by 1-0. Now, I did record this a couple of days ago, so the gameplay, I'm still getting used to it as I was recording this. I'm a little bit used to it now these days, but still a lot of work to do, especially when it comes to shooting. We do still struggle when we're pushing forward, trying to be creative, but maybe it's the tactics I'm using. I am currently using a very narrow tactics, so maybe I need to go back to what I was using on FIFA 18 and use those flanks more. But we're still waiting for the first goal for Arsenal. Is it going to come, or is it going to be another shot, just like Manchester United last night? Or Brentford go ahead and defeat the Arsenal. Fingers crossed they don't. Almost going, getting close there. We are pressurising at least in the final moments of this match. 15 minutes remaining, and it is still 1-0 then to the Championship side. And let's see what we can do here. Eddie Nketiah, he is on for Arsenal alongside Lacazette in the striking position. Here's Smith Rowe, tries to find Nketiah, but it didn't quite go through. And now Brentford, they're the ones on the attack, pushing forward. Massive gap on that far side. Why is Liechtenstein not watching it? I have no idea. Massive gap. And look how easy he's twisting and turning. And another header, and it's into the top corner. And that is the second goal of the game, and it's gone in favour of the away side. Brentford, they've gone 2 in front, and with 10 minutes remaining, this could be another shot, guys, at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal behind 2-0. You can see the away support there. They're celebrating. It was a cracking header. You can't give anything away from that. Look at this. Boom. Goalkeeper couldn't really get there. Defenders should have definitely been able to put him off at least with that header, but he just let him jump up, got the header off, and into the back of the net it goes. So 6 minutes remaining, and look at this. Brentford on the attack, looking for a third. Good interception though by Mustafi, and he's giving it away, and Brentford played through. Shot comes in, and it's just over the crossbar. The goalkeeper got there. It did bounce under him, and that deflection was the one that made it bounce onto the crossbar, on the top of the crossbar in fact. So good save there from the keeper, but again the Arsenal defence found sleeping at the back. We need to wake them up, and we need to try and push forward. Oh, Emirates has just come on for Brentford, young Arsenal player of course, and mascot. I remember, well actually I saw a photo on Twitter earlier with Emirates and Dennis Bergkamp when he was just a young lad, so it's nice to see him playing. I'm hoping he does start tonight. I have no idea if he's injured or fully fit or what, but we'll wait and see. I think Brentford have a couple of other Arsenal players as well, so they will be going for it, trying to make a statement of being released at Arsenal. And we're into the final minute then, and look at this. It is going to be Brentford then who go through to the next round of the EFL Cup, at least on FIFA 19. I don't see this happening tonight, but you never know. Anything can happen in the Cups. But I think with the youngsters that Arsenal have, I think they'll be wanting to make a name for themselves, try and get themselves a position in the Premier League squad. But there is the final whistle then here on the Matchday Live episode. Brentford are the victors, 2-1. You can see how happy the players are there. But let me know below, guys, who you think is going to win. I will leave a card in the top right corner. If you haven't already voted, then please do so right now. Are Arsenal going to go through easily? Will Brentford go through, or will it go to a penalty shootout, which will be very interesting to watch? Of course, not being an Arsenal fan though, it won't. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can get the job done, get ourselves through to the next round. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you did like today's episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.